Howdy YouTube, today we're taking a look at the DC Collectibles Batman Arkham Knight, the Red Hood. A really cool looking figure, one I've wanted to get for a long time. How long, you might ask? Well, originally this was supposed to come out in January. I pre-ordered this at the start of January with Zinc Collectibles, which is like the spin-off from EB Games. I pre-ordered it. It was supposed to come out end of January. End of January came, nothing. Apparently it had been pushed back to February. End of February came, it had been pushed back to March. Then April, then May. Finally, I get my hands on this thing. And about damn time. Now, it is a really cool looking figure. Hopefully it was worth the wait. The actual video game itself, I don't think was all that good in hindsight. I think it had so much potential and was a bit of a letdown. I enjoyed the Batmobile. I think there was too much of the Batmobile that really hurt the game, if I'm completely honest. But at the same time, I love the Red Hood in it. Yes, it was predictable. The lack of boss battles bugged me a lot. That's one of the best things about Batman, and that, of course, is the Rogues Gallery. And in Arkham Knight, you had a helicopter boss battle. You had like the giant drill machine boss battle. There was no Scarecrow boss battle. There was no, Nightmare Scarecrow segments that you got in the other Arkham Asylum game. There was no real good boss battles until the DLC and the last DLC as well. What bugged me even more was the story DLC. There was 3 pretty crummy challenge maps for the Red Hood. The Harley Quinn one was better, but still, neither of those were deserving of the title Story DLC. So a lot about that game that really bugged me. Obviously, it was botched on PC, so a lot of my friends that play PC were really upset at that as well, and it's pretty poor on their behalf. But finally, we've got a really cool looking figure. He comes in the standard Arkham-style packaging. I'm very excited to get him opened up. And taking a quick look on the back of the packaging, other figures in the set, obviously Man-Bat and Professor Pig. Check out my reviews on those. And of course, Azrael, which I haven't reviewed just because I've got the Arkham City one and that does the job for me. But it is a really cool looking figure. If you do like Azrael, it is one of the better figures that you can get. So with that, let's get the Arkham Knight out of packaging. Okay, so regardless of what you thought of the video game, this is a pretty sick figure. One of the better Arkham figures we've gotten. I love the design of the Arkham Knight, and this figure captures it perfectly. There's lots of great detail, lots of articulation as well. A really cool looking figure, and I'm going to bring in the other Red Hood figures in a second just so you guys can see, but they absolutely nailed it with this. Very happy with it. One thing I thought was kind of cheesy, I love the Arkham Knight design. And then when they turned him into the Red Hood, just the way they did it, I thought could have been a little bit better. But in terms of this figure, lots of nice detail. It is essentially the exact same as the previously released Arkham Knight figure, just with basically a different top half, if I'm being perfectly honest. Taking a look at the back, lots of nice detail there. Hopefully you guys can see. The back has like a really nice metallic-y feel to it, but it looks quite worn as well. It's a nice mix there. It is a very nice figure in terms of detail. I'll bring it forward so you guys can take a look at the face. I did like the way they did the mask in the game with like the digital sort of see-through aspect to it. I thought that was quite cool. Yeah, a lot of great detail. I mean, it is a very nice figure. No question about that. In terms of articulation, he's got a fair bit. So he has a ball-jointed head, ball-jointed arms, ball-jointed elbows, ball-jointed wrists. He's got a swivel in the waist. He's got an ab crunch as well. Now, it's not actually swivel in the waist. It's more swivel in the like upper torso area. But still, you get like that swivel there, I guess. Nothing in the waist because of just the sculpt of the figure. You get not ball jointed legs, are they? Yes, they are ball jointed legs. Pretty cool. Swivel in the upper thigh. You get a double bend at the knee, and then you get ball jointed ankles. So a ton of articulation, which is good. One of the reasons I love collecting DC Collectibles is that they've got a great mix of articulation and detail, and the detail on this guy is pretty awesome. just putting it out there, but that's 3 ridiculously cool designs. Absolutely love that. It looks fantastic. When you compare it, I guess you can see the evolution of Jason Todd into the Arkham Knight. Then this figure basically is just missing the chest piece here and the side. The rest of it is essentially the exact same. And then you have his transformation into the Red Hood. 3 fantastic figures. I'm a big fan of these. If you're a Batman fan, I think it's well worth picking up. If you're a fan of the Arkham games, I think it's well worth picking up. Definitely, I think my favorite of the lot. Why? I don't know. I think I love the fact that you can see the whole mask and you can get some good detail on that as well. I love the design personally of the character. I think it looks really cool. And I enjoyed him in the game. I thought he was well done in the game, even if there was an absence of boss battles. As far as accessories go, he comes with his dual pistols that merge into the Arkham Knight gun. But we've already had that on the Arkham Knight figure. So a really cool figure. If you get a chance, definitely well worth picking up.